We weren't meant to sail. For thousands of years, the ocean was a vast, untamable force, a place of mystery, fear, and danger. Yet somehow, humans turned the wild sea into their highway, exploring, trading, waging wars, and connecting the world. From fragile rafts to nuclear submarines, this is the story of our battle with the sea, and how we finally mastered it. Hi everyone, I'm Matt, and welcome to 10 Minute Story, where history explains the world we live in. Imagine standing on a rocky shore tens of thousands of years ago, staring at the endless horizon of the sea. For early humans, the ocean was terrifying, an endless expanse that swallowed the sun and hid unknown creatures lurking beneath the waves. Sharks, giant squids, storms, and tales of sea monsters filled their minds. Crossing water was a daunting, almost suicidal act, yet necessity pushed them forward. The earliest boats weren't ships at all, just bundles of reeds or logs tied together, fragile rafts barely able to support a few people or goods. In Mesopotamia and ancient Egypt around 6000 BCE, people began building sturdier vessels using wood and simple sails. These first boats hugged coastlines and riverbanks. Open ocean voyages were still impossible. Did you know? The Polynesians, starting around 1500 BCE, became some of the greatest navigators ever, crossing thousands of miles of open ocean using only stars, bird flight, wave patterns, and even the smell of land. Their skills remained unmatched for centuries, and Europeans wouldn't dare such journeys for a long time. The sea was still a hostile, unpredictable enemy. By 1000 BCE, Mediterranean civilizations like the Phoenicians, Greeks, and Romans had developed large wooden ships for trade and war. Phoenician traders were the original globetrotters of the ancient world, sailing across the Mediterranean, founding colonies and spreading culture and commerce. The Greek trireme was a marvel, a fast, agile warship with 3 rows of oars, powered by hundreds of rowers. It was both a weapon and a symbol of power. Roman ships controlled the Mediterranean, their Mare Nostrum, supporting vast armies and connecting distant provinces. Naval battles defined history. In 480 BCE, the Battle of Salamis saw smaller Greek ships outmaneuver the Persian fleet, protecting Greek civilization. But life at sea was harsh. Storms could crush ships, starvation and disease ravaged crews, and pirates threatened every voyage. Imagine being a sailor then. No GPS, no radio, just stars, the sun, and experience. If you're fascinated by how humans conquered the sea, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell to join our journey through history's greatest adventures. The 15th and 16th centuries were a turning point. Better ship designs, like the caravel with its triangular sails, and new navigation tools, the compass and astrolabe, gave explorers the confidence to cross open oceans. Christopher Columbus set sail in 1492, hoping to find a new route to Asia. Instead, he stumbled upon a new continent. Vasco da Gama sailed around Africa to India, opening trade routes that reshaped global economies. Ferdinand Magellan's expedition from 1519 to 1522 was the first to sail around the entire world, proving the Earth's roundness beyond doubt. But these journeys were perilous. Scurvy, caused by vitamin C deficiency, killed more sailors than storms or battles. Ships could be lost in storms and crew mutinies were common. Magellan's expedition started with 5 ships and about 270 men. Rounding the southern tip of South America through the treacherous Strait of Magellan, they faced freezing temperatures, violent storms, and hidden rocks. One ship sank, others deserted or mutinied. At one point, Magellan's own crew planned to kill him out of desperation. He survived by harshly suppressing rebellion, keeping the expedition together. Crossing the vast Pacific took 3 grueling months, longer than anyone expected. Sailors ran out of food and water, resorting to eating leather and sawdust. Only one ship, the Victoria, completed the full circumnavigation, returning to Spain with just 18 survivors. This epic voyage shattered old maps and changed how we understood the world, but it nearly destroyed all who dared to sail with him. The sea remained a wild, dangerous place, but the lure of exploration and profit pushed humanity further. By the 1700s, control of the seas meant control of the world. The Industrial Revolution revolutionized sea travel. Steam engines freed ships from the unpredictable winds. The SS Savannah in 1819 was the first steam-powered vessel to cross the Atlantic. Soon, wooden hulls gave way to iron and steel. Ships grew larger, faster, and more durable. Steamships shrank the world. Mail, goods, and people crossed oceans faster than ever. But coal-powered steamships needed refueling stations, leading to global naval bases and fueling geopolitical rivalries. Did you know? The Titanic, launched in 1912, was the largest and fastest passenger liner of its time, thought unsinkable, until it tragically sank on its maiden voyage. The story of the Titanic is a haunting reminder of human ambition and the sea's power. The 20th century saw naval warfare revolutionized. Battleships, aircraft carriers, and submarines changed how wars were fought. Submarines, initially experimental in the American Civil War, became deadly tools in world wars. German U-boats threatened Allied shipping lanes, sinking thousands of vessels. Submarines hunted invisibly beneath the waves, turning the ocean into a deadly battleground. New technologies like sonar and depth charges emerged to fight these threats. World War II was a brutal cat-and-mouse game between surface ships and subs. One incredible story comes from 1944, the daring capture of the German submarine U-505 by the U.S. Navy. It was the first time since the Civil War that the U.S. seized an enemy vessel at sea. A U.S. task force hunted the U-505 for hours in rough Atlantic waters. When forced to surface, a team boarded under heavy fire. Inside, they found secret German codes and an Enigma machine, a treasure for Allied intelligence. The crew was captured, and the sub towed to Bermuda, where it remains on display today. This audacious raid was a major intelligence victory and showed the deadly risks of underwater warfare. Did you know? The USS Nautilus, launched in 1954, was the world's first nuclear-powered submarine, capable of months underwater without surfacing. Post-World War II, maritime trade exploded. Containerization, invented in the 1950s, revolutionized shipping logistics. Standardized containers sped up loading and unloading, reducing costs and delays. This fueled globalization. Goods moved seamlessly between continents. Today's mega-container ships carry thousands of containers, spanning football fields in length. Ports have become complex logistics hubs, powered by technology. But the oceans face new threats. Pollution, overfishing, piracy, and climate change challenge maritime trade's future. Today, autonomous ships and underwater drones hint at the next revolution. Robotic submarines explore ocean trenches, mapping unknown worlds. Military drones patrol seas without crews. Driverless cargo ships are being tested, promising safer, cheaper shipping. Deep-sea mining and underwater habitats may change how we live and use ocean resources. The ocean remains a vast frontier, mysterious and vital. We weren't meant to sail. The sea was an enemy, wild, vast, and deadly. But human curiosity, ingenuity, and courage transformed it. From fragile rafts to mighty nuclear submarines, our story is one of overcoming nature's toughest challenges. And as technology pushes us further beneath the waves, the ocean's mysteries are just beginning to unfold. 10-minute story. Every day, a new pill of curiosity.